The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all you needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be here on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, and her worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And don't forget to check out the Mike Wagner Show merchandise, t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, throw pillows, tote bags, and more. Go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, including hoodies, also phone cases, t-shirts, and a lot of great stuff, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mian Mohsen Zia store. Make sure you check out his great books like Missing, Once, and More. Go to Amazon.com/Mian Mohsen Zia. Make sure you order today. And don't forget to subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show as well, too, and give generously to the Mike Wagner Show on MikeWagnerShow.com. Also support us on Anchor FM/support and PayPal, and make sure you do it today. We're here with a terrific lady. She was on with us about a year and a half ago on the Mike Wagner Show, and she's the author of The Cowgirl Shaman Way and the 7 Easy Steps to Develop Your Intuitive Abilities. So, and she has a great story to talk about, and she's had some great projects coming up, and what's been happening with her, we'll find out. She's been a lifelong horsewoman involved with healing and guidance, and also specialized in remote viewing and sensing of lost pets, and also gold maps, and also helps with real estate decisions. And she has an intuitive life coach and also an energy healer, and all works as a grief counselor and works with autism and Alzheimer's. And she's got a great story to tell. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios out in the ranch somewhere in beautiful Nevada, the author of The Cowgirl Shaman Way and very, very multi-talented Terri Jay. Terri, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us once again.
It's great to be here, Mike. Thanks for having me on again.
Well, it's great to have you on as well, too. And you've got an amazing story as well, too, and how you got started and having all these abilities. You've been a lifelong horsewoman involved with healing and guidance, and you specialize in remote viewing and sensing of lost pets, and also finding gold on maps, and also helping with real estate decisions. And you're an intuitive life coach and also energy healer. You also serve as a grief counselor and also work with autism and Alzheimer's. And in your book, we talked about the Cowgirl Shaman Way, the 7 easy steps to develop your intuitive ability. And before I get into all that, Angela's projects, quickly tell us how you got started.
In 1990, I was doing horseback therapy with disabled kids, and I actually heard a nonverbal child speak to me. So once I had it confirmed, the suggestion was made to learn to communicate with the horses, because that was telepathy, and all animals are telepathic. Mm-hmm. And so one thing's led to another, and now I know that there are no limits to these abilities, and everyone is born with them. So we turn them off in childhood, so it's just a matter of turning them back on in adulthood to learn to use them to better our lives. Mm-hmm.
And it's also fascinating, too, that you could also talk to animals that way by telepathy and other means that, pretty much, how does one person start, and what's the first step you take?
Well, in my book, it'll show you. And the first step is definitely setting your intention. Just, that you want to be a channel of this information. The next step is very important, and that's about grounding, which is growing roots out your feet and your tailbone, sending it to the center of the earth, opening your crown chakra. And these are things that help you raise your vibration to stay grounded. And that way you're like a bigger antenna to receive the information. Mm-hmm.
And what are some, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You got more. I love it.
Yeah. So then what happens is, and I think the biggest problem that people have is they want to have a conversation with like an animal or a person on the other side, like we do here. I wait, I talk, I wait, you talk. And it doesn't work that way. It's much faster. So the reason that people mess up with it is that they're trying to have a regular conversation, and it's not like that. If I was trying to talk to my dog, mentally it would be like this. Hey, well, what about were you going to, so that fast, you're going to get that information. And all of us have these abilities. All of us are telepathic.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you have these things too that you also sense, animals hurting and animals happy, and an animal can be rather sad or lonely or angry or frightened. And, what's the sense you could say that, how is an animal feeling? What's the sense, or how do I put this? Like, what is the vibration or whatever it is indicating happy or sad or angry, frustrated?
Well, animals are really good at training us to hear them and to understand, what they want in any given moment. Mm-hmm. Even my horses are very pushy. They're very pushy, very demanding, whether it's, having their butt scratched or getting cookies from me. They're very, very insistent and demanding on what they want. And so we just have to become better listeners. I've been watching with my head shaking all of these people that put these buttons together, and every time a dog steps on one of the buttons, it makes a word. And I just think that is so ridiculous, because if they're not in the house, that dog has no way of communicating with that human. Whereas if the human would just develop their intuitive abilities they would be able to communicate with each other no matter where they were or what they were doing. So to me, it's a much easier thing to do rather than trying to teach an animal to push a button to make a noise. I laugh because it's the dogs training the humans to respond, not the human teaching the animal words. That's really the way it is. I just shake my head at that. I just think it's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And of course, based on your years of working with animals and, intuitive healing, what would you say the easiest is to work with, and what's the most challenging animal that you've worked with?
You know what? They're all so amazing. They're so interesting. I always joke when I'm doing my readings that I can't make this stuff up because it's very, very specific. And, the way animals think of other animals that are in the household too is always very interesting. Most people catch on to those kinds of relationships that they have, but in a lot of ways, they're clueless about what is really going on in their group of animals. It's pretty funny.
And it does sound amazing too. And of course, we also it also has the 7 easy steps to develop your intuitive ability in your book, The Cowgirl Shaman Way. And how's that book coming so far since we last talked? I think it's about a year and a half ago, somewhere around there. It's like, time flies too fast.
I know it does. I've got it on Amazon, and it's also available on my website. I always keep a bunch of copies here so that if people want an autographed copy, they can order it off my website, and then I can get it to them right away. And then I'm, that book is going out great. I've been really happy with the reviews on it. And so if anybody wants to learn how to do this book makes it really easy. I mean, I'm a cowgirl. I'm really down to earth. I really take the woo-woo out of this. I don't like woo-woo stuff. This has got to be very pragmatic, a pragmatic way to learn to do this and get out of your own way and be able to do this communication because it's so important. The next book that I'm working on is about just the communication with people that can't. Alzheimer's, autism, traumatic brain injuries, anyone who does not have the ability to communicate, even people that are in a coma, you can still reach them. You can still communicate with them. I'm always surprised at what they tell me when I do the communication for one of their loved ones. Wow.
That is something. And what about those with PTSD? That's been very common lately.
Well, if they can communicate, then this wouldn't necessarily be appropriate for them. But for PTSD, they can do energy healing, and that can really, really help them. Okay. So the energy healing aspect that I can share and teach and guide them to makes a huge difference for PTSD. Because it's really a toughie. It really is. And of course, a big topic as well, too. And we'll talk more about the book, The Cowgirl Shaman Way, and a little about the upcoming book and also the pandemic as well, too. We'll talk about that. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, and heard worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, including t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, throw pillows, tote bags, and more, go to the Mike Wagner Show Amazon page at Amazon.com. You can check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, including t-shirts,
hoodies, phone cases, and more. Go to Amazon.com and check out the Me and Mos and Zia store. Also check out his books, Missing, Once, and More. Go to Amazon.com/Me and Mos and Zia. Make sure you order today for your loved ones and for your pets as well, too, if you like. And also, you can also support us greatly as well, too, at themikewagnershow.com with a generous donation. Also support us on Anchor FM/support and PayPal/The Mike Wagner Show, and make sure you do it today. We're here with author Terri Jay, lifelong horsewoman involved in healing and guidance of the Cowgirl Shaman way here on The Mike Wagner Show, and maybe just a bit more about the book as well, too, and maybe go over the 7 easy steps to develop your intuitive ability, just really quickly in a nutshell for us.
It's really very simple. I want to make it simple so that people can all learn to do it. So the first thing would be to set your intention of what you want to accomplish. The next thing would be to ground yourself. And I have really good grounding instructions in the book. And those I will also email to anyone who wants them. There's no charge for if you just want grounding instructions. Mm-hmm. The next thing is to just really get out of your own way, kind of go into no mind. And the next thing is to just listen. And you want to connect to your client, your human client. And once you connect to your human client, then that connection can lead to any animal or people on the other side. And I've got special techniques for that. And then you want to do the reading and stay out of your own way. And then you want to make sure that you disconnect from your client when you're done. It's very, very important. Mm-hmm. I'm on all the time. I'm on 24/7, and it's been very limiting with what I can do. There's places I can't go just because of noise and crowds and even music playing. I can't listen to music at all. Mm-hmm. So it's really had an impact. And this is why I really want to stress to people that are learning to do this, to follow the techniques and make sure you turn the ability on and then turn the ability off when you're done. So it's very, very important to do that.
Mm-hmm. And also, too, especially during the pandemic as well, too, when it got shut down in March of 2020. And how has that changed, too, when it comes to, with being intuitive with animals and communicating, telepathy and everything else. And how has that changed during the pandemic for you and also the animals?
Well, it hasn't changed for me at all. I feel incredibly blessed because my work is done by phone all over the world.
Wow.
So I never really had any physical contact. I couldn't do any special events or shows, which I love doing. So it only limited me doing special events, parties, and shows. But other than that, this was one of my busiest years ever last year.
So it sounds like it picked up during the pandemic, either by phone and now by Zoom or, back then Skype. It sounds like it's really picked up for you.
I actually prefer just doing it by phone because I don't want to see any visuals. Mm-hmm. I'm much more clear if I'm seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing rather than, making assumptions. Mm-hmm. People have actually paid me to come out and do readings on their horses, in this area where I am. And I get to the gate and turn my back on the horse and they always go, "What are you doing?" And I go, "Well, I want to feel it. I don't want to look at it." Because, if you're a lifelong horsewoman, you just start going down a list of judging confirmation, health issues. If you can see lumps on their legs, you're going to make assumptions about those. And so you want to make sure you're doing it just by reading the energy, not by looking at anything in the physical. So it's much easier for me to do it by phone.
Mm-hmm. And what are some more common things that you encounter when it comes to the horses? And what was the most complex that you have encountered? How did you manage to handle it?
Well, I was very honored. Last October, I did a reading for Fallon Taylor. She's $1 million barrel racer.
Wow.
And she wanted to do a reading and then show the reading on one of her sites. And what happened is that I got all of this very private, personal information that she did not want made public.
Understood.
So it wasn't until December that she was able to include just a little bit of the reading in about one of her horses. And that just gave me an amazing amount of business. And it was all barrel horses, which I love doing. I just love doing barrel horses. They're so serious about their jobs. They really are.
Huh. It's interesting to talk about barrel horses as well, too, that they're very serious. And how about some of the other type of horses you deal with? You got your farm horses. You also got your race horses, draft horses, and or show horses or anything like that. And maybe, the race bill, you talk about being very intense, and what are some of the issues that some of the other horses have as well too, or priorities or anything like that, or what separates from, you talked about the barrel race horses. It's amazing.
I would say just across the board, there are so many horses that have pain that has been undiagnosed, and the pain issues lead to severe behavior problems. And unless you understand that horses are not designed by nature to be ridden, they're not designed to carry weight, and they're certainly not designed to ram and jam with us on their backs.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time they have saddles that may or may not fit.
Really?
I've just been going through this myself, trying to get my horses fitted for a new saddle. And so horses have to have regular chiropractic adjustments, and people just aren't aware of this.
Wow. I did not know that. And there's chiropractors can actually work on horses?
Absolutely. There's
Wow.
Some of them specialize in it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then you talked about, the horse, complain about the saddles and everything. And, do they give you the vibrations, or how would you know by vibration or intuitive abilities saying that, hey, this is too tight, too loose, I don't like this? And, how would you sense it? It's like, it's kind of a hard question for me to phrase, but I think, what I'm talking about. It's like,
absolutely.
How would you know they say that, hey, this saddle's, too tight, too loose, uncomfortable, I don't like it?
Mike, what I'll get is I'll get actual pain issues with the horse. And I just sort of scan the whole horse energetically, and I will find where they have pain issues.
Okay.
And so that's how I'm just made aware. Obviously, pain issues in a horse's back can either be what's called kissing spine, which a lot of times needs to be taken care of with either injections or surgery. But most of the time when I get pain in the horse's back, it'll be in a specific place, and then we have to look at the saddle fit.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the thing I was concerned too, that most people buy a saddle, throw it on, and everything's okay. But then it's like you got these different saddles as well too. So, that's something that's very important. It's like I wasn't aware of it, but I'm very glad I brought it up. That's just so amazing.
Right. I think 10% of the saddles fit 90% of the horses, and 90% of the saddles don't fit anybody.
Really?
Really.
Wow. That is something. And
it's a science.
And of course, you also work with animals as well, too. I got the dogs, the cats, and even rabbits and everything else. And maybe, some of the things about the other animals, compare the horses, and, just some interesting and some interesting animal stories about, what you've experienced with.
A lot of what I do is when people are contemplating putting their animals down.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I do a lot of that. And I call it pre-grief counseling.
Okay.
Because they're wondering about quality of life issues with their dogs or their cats or even their horses. And so I have to get very pragmatic with them and really talk about the quality of life the animal has. And a lot of people, and I say this to them, they are trapping the beautiful spirit in a body that no longer works. And if they euthanize the animal, they are freeing that spirit to go find a new physical form and come back right away. And sometimes they do come back right away.
Huh.
So
that explains why cats have 9 lives. That explains
No. But they can reincarnate and come back to us really quickly. And I even get people that don't believe it. They don't believe in it, but they'll call me in a panic. And they'll say, oh my God, remember when you counseled us about putting our dog down? I go, yeah. They go, well, we got this new puppy, and the new puppy's acting exactly like the old dog did. And it's freaking us all out. It's freaking us out. We don't know what to do. And I have to explain about the reincarnation.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I guess I have to remember that when I get another pet, just take one, merge with the other and everything else.
They do.
Oh my gosh. And of course, not only you also, help with, sensing of pets as well too. You also, also help find gold on maps and also help with real estate decisions. So it's not just animals. You help people find gold, and you also help people with real estate decisions. I find that very interesting.
Well, I love to do map dowsing, and I help find lost pets on maps because I try to pick up the energy of the animal. I just had one where I was looking where the animal went missing, and I said, this animal's gotten picked up. It is not in this area. And I gave them parameters. I said, his energy is not here. He's been picked up. He is somewhere else. And then I got guidance about looking at the shelters and things. And the lady went down to the shelter, and there was her dog. It was not in the area where I was looking, which was unbelievable. And so you just have to listen and get out of your own way. The other fun thing that I love to do is look for look on maps for gold. It's called map dowsing for gold. And you can look for gold, you can look for water. It's amazing because you just get such specific guidance while you're looking at the map. And I have a dear friend who's found nuggets where I directed him to look. Gold nuggets where I directed him to look. So it's really cool to do that.
Wow. And where have people been finding the gold lately? Or where has it been lately?
And just in the mountains in the Sierra Nevadas.
Okay. I thought you're talking about like in other parts of the United States, not just Nevada, but other parts of states. But since you also, finding gold on maps as well, too, and also real estate advice. And what about oil as well, too? You talked about finding water, finding gold and other minerals. But what about oil? Do you also?
I've just never had an opportunity. Nobody's ever, asked me to look for oil. But I don't know why I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can sense things in the ground without any instrumentation. It's pretty fun.
Huh. It does sound interesting. Come up to North Dakota and you'll be able to strike rich pretty easily. So we'd like to do that. So
oh God. Yeah, no.
I know, I'm kidding here. So, and of course you also work with the autism and Alzheimer's as well too. And maybe just a bit more about that since it's getting to be quite popular, especially during the pandemic and also some other things too. So
it's been pretty amazing because when you take someone with severe Alzheimer's and they're like in a fetal state, they're not communicating with anybody. They have to be hand fed. And you get somebody who's like that and they'll say, why isn't she bringing me strawberry milkshakes?
Huh.
And you tell that to the daughter and the daughter bursts into tears and says, oh my goodness, mom loves strawberry milkshakes. And I go, well, she's still in there. So get her a strawberry milkshake so that she can have it. And I've had, food requests. I had one lady that was nonverbal, was no longer communicating. And she was screaming at me, they're giving me peas. They're giving me peas. And she was so upset because she was to the point in her life where she couldn't refuse the peas. So they were feeding her something that she didn't like. Isn't that bizarre?
Oh my gosh, that is something. And of course, you have all these things you do. And what are some other areas you specialize? And what do you plan on specialize coming up in 2021 and beyond?
Well, I'm hoping to start doing some shows once we get to where we can have, larger groups getting together. I love to do casino shows. They're just a hoot. And most of the mediums that are out there, they'll talk for 45 minutes and then maybe do 20 minutes of readings and that's it. And with my show, I do maybe 5-10 minutes of introduction and we go right to readings. So the whole time is spent doing readings for people. It's just a riot. I love it.
It does sound amazing too. And you also talked about, having a second book come out and more things for 2021. We'll talk about that in just 1 minute. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor, The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson Zia of Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We'll be back with the author of The Cowgirl Shaman Way and spiritual healer and guidance, Terri Jay, after this time out.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, where The Mike Wagner Show interviews great guests, cool conversation, lots of laughs, coffee, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device, subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're back with author Terri Jay of the Cowgirl Shaman Way, lifelong horsewoman here on the Mike Wagner Show, involved with healing and guidance and more. And it was just great to have you back as well, too. And looking forward to, another year or sometime or so. Keep us updated and, talk about your second book and what else is coming up for you, Terri.
Well, the second book is going to be called Intuitive Communication, and it's going to be able to help all kinds of medical personnel and caregivers learn to communicate intuitively with their patients, because in most cases they believe if they're not communicating, they're not in there. And in a lot of cases they are in there. So it's going to dispel a lot of the myths about communicating with someone who seems to not be aware of anything. So it's going to be very interesting. I can't wait to get it done. Mm-hmm. The other thing is I'm going to be in either a TV series or a movie. I've already been taped for it several years ago, but they finally got the legal connections undone, because this friend of mine, I did a reading for him because he was concerned that his brand new bride was insisting that her name be put on all of his assets. Mm-hmm. And I told him, I said, gosh, she feels like a hooker. And like she wants to be paid, for sex, but she wants to be paid with assets. Well, he took that and hired a detective, and come to find out his brand new bride was a hooker.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah. And so this movie or TV series or whatever's coming up will be all about that. And I play myself. It's a kind of a stretch, but I think I can pull it off if I just work at it.
And I think you're really good at it as well, too. And we're certainly looking forward to that. And when can we expect the book and expect the movie and everything else to come out?
I'm hoping to get the next book done sometime during the summer. And hopefully we'll have it out by fall. And I'm hoping, I'm still pitching my TV show like crazy, too, because I really think that instead of helping one at a time, I can help thousands of people at a time. Because a lot of what I deal with one person can apply to other people. And so that's why I really want to be able to spread the news and spread the word about how easy this is to learn and how life-changing it is and life-improving it is.
Mm-hmm. And where can we find the Cowgirl Shaman Way and all your works and all your services at?
It's on my website at www.terrijay.com. And my book is on Amazon and on my website. You can get it either place.
We certainly do so. We're here with author Terri Jay of the Cowgirl Shaman Way, lifelong horsewoman involved in time. As always, it's great to have you back on. It was great to hear from you, and looking forward to having you on soon. Keep us up to date. And also, just one more thing. What is the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Love is the most powerful energy in the universe, and self-love is critical to that.
Mm-hmm. Very critical indeed. And once again, tell us about the name of your book. Where can we find it? What's your website?
It's the Cowgirl Shaman Way, 7 Easy Steps to Develop Your Intuitive Ability. It's available on Amazon, and it's also available on my website at www.terrijay.com.
And how do people get a hold of you in case they got any questions, or if they want to have you check on animals, get guidance or anything like that?
The best place is through my website. There's email buttons all over the place.
We certainly would do so. Once again, Terri, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing as always. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. As always, you've been terrific.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.